Right. So we are part of a larger group named Exel Industrie. It's a larger group specialized in equipment for agriculture. We manufacture sprayers, but also implements to uproot beetroots, and we also have gantries. We also design sprayers for paint sprayers, and we also manufacture hose. We also have a segment dedicated to sailing, and we also have tools for hobby gardening. More than 1 million revenues, 80% of our sales are outside of France. However, the capital is mostly owned by a family. It's a family-owned business. There are many entities, 24 manufacturing sites, and more than 350 patents. The group today employs about 3,800 employees. Now, the footprint, we have production sites in the Americas, in Europe, in the APAC region, so 5 continents, 33 countries, and more than 80 entities. Now, the group as a whole is important to know for you to have a background. Exact Robotics was founded in 2019, and the reason why it was created was to source but also help innovation mature in agricultural robotics. So he was born with a vision, if you will, and since 2019 we were able to create a 3S spot sensor. It's spot spraying sensor. That's one of our innovation, and also a gantry type of robot for vineyards named Trucks. Currently, there are 60 employees within Exact Robotics, and of those 60 people, 25 are engineers or hold a PhD. So those are performance poles, if you will, the different poles. One pole is dedicated to products and large crops. Olivier, sitting here, is in charge of that pole. Then we have another segment dedicated to vineyards, one dedicated to industrialization. We have also all the support services with marketing, communication, HR, and then we have technical poles, robotics, visualization. Eva Stewart is in the room, responsible of that. Mechatronics with Thibault sitting here, and also a segment on agricultural data. Now, Exact Robotics has an interesting history. The company is rather recent, but there's an interesting change in the structure. So in 2019, we started off with a vision. The 2 products I mentioned were marketed in 2023, and again, we operate within a larger umbrella group, and our roadmap is such that we want to co-design our future innovation with the other actors of the group. So we operate like a startup, if you will. So we are a startup in a larger group. And we also want to be perceived as an R&D center and innovation center for all the other brands of our group. So we're here to innovate for our brands, but we also want to attract new talents. We work on high-end technology, and we want to provide innovation to the Exel group to be more sovereign in matters of innovation. So we want to innovate in-house, if you will. Now, if I were to explain that in a few words, those are the different axes that we try to follow. Robotics, we want to develop and automate as much as possible agricultural robots. Precision agriculture is one of our areas of expertise. Olivier will introduce you to one of our latest innovations in spot spraying. electrification, well, or rather, we want to use other types, alternate sources of energy, and then digitization of the different equipments. I'm going to hand over to Olivier, is the product manager and manager of the agriculture segment. He's going to talk about the spot spray module. So as Guillaume just said, we designed a localized spray device. It's 3S spray sensor. So cameras are fitted on the device, and you have real-time analysis, data analysis boosted with AI. So we operate either on soil with already with crops, empty plots, crops. And so we use selective herbicides. We are compatible with rapeseed, with corn, wheat, and soy as well. One of the features of that system is that the camera is also compatible with night work. This is a strong demand by our partners. And so by design, there's an integrated light. And so you can operate the robot at night as well. What's also very important, we generate obviously quite a wealth of data, and again it's developed in-house. So this is the sensor that will be fitted on all of our sprays. Thank you. Another innovation, the trucks robot. The robot is available, booth number 22. The robot will be demonstrated outside at 4:15. It all started with an idea. We had many demands from the industry, for the wine industry. Wine industry, there's a lot of manual work, maybe 80%, and the rest of it requires intensive labor. There's a strong demand by the industry. They want to have the ability to perform those tasks in autonomy. The robot by design is light, 2 times lighter than a similar product, easy to use, and a robot thanks to which you can be accurate and do quality work in the vineyard. So as I said, the industry wants to automate the different tasks because of workforce issues and recruitment concerns. It's extremely difficult to find tractor drivers or operators, and the industry would like to become more autonomous and compensate for the lack of workforce. As I said, the wine industry is very specific in that quite often plants or vines are planted on slopes, and we need a light device where the gravity center is low, and also of course it's a plus if there is no driver, because when there's when the tractor is tumbling over, there may be a high risk to the driver. So again, there's a strong demand in that respect. Very quickly, in a few words, is the straddling diesel robot, 56 horsepower, 4 hydrostatic engines, 4 wheels. The autonomy is 35 hours, so you can drive between 1 and 6 kilometers per hour. You can lift up to 240 kilograms of implement, and we are also currently developing a new option, a spray or spraying implement. concretely, we're talking about RTK guided device. So you first need to map out the plot, but then there's an interface which is cloud-based, and you can manage that via a smartphone. You use a remote control, and it's autonomized in that you can start the missions directly from your smartphone. If you'd like to have more information on tracks, do not hesitate. It will be demonstrated. Camille on the line is the project manager. He will answer any technical question you have on the product. Today, this innovation is mature, is already industrialized and marketed by Technova. In the roadmap, if you remember, I explained that what we do is create something innovative, and then we transfer the project, if you will, when it's ready for market. Another option is concept H2, more for explanatory purposes, where we try to assess the possibility to use alternate energy resources. The objective was to use a hydrogen battery and to explore what are the capacities and potential of that. So it's a trucks robot, but instead of a diesel engine, you have an hydrogen generator, and we are also trying something which is even more optimized. But again, inside, we want to study the entire hydrogen ecosystem from a technical standpoint, but also we need to study the safety features, and we need to think about the entire ecosystem in that, where are you going to source your hydrogen? When we look at the solutions, obviously we want to reduce our carbon footprint, but we want also to have a solution that is easy to charge up. It's a concept. It's not even a prototype. It's a concept for explanatory purposes. For 10 to 12 hours of work, the load up time is 15 minutes. So it's very quick to charge up. So this is the second iteration of this concept. Again, it will not be a product on the market. The objective is really to assess the situation, to clear the ground and see what can be done. So our R&D team is working on this. Camille is in charge of this project. So please, if you have question, booth number 22, any very technical question, you'll ask Camille. I'd like to thank you for your attention. Again, I wanted you to have a better understanding of what we do at Exact and what's our role within the group. Other questions currently? On this robot, on the company? Well, if you do not have questions, I have one. You talked about data generation. So you harvest data. Do you also have a solution whereby the farmer can leverage the power of data? Is it part of the package, so to speak, in your software? How far are you? Well, the robot itself, again, the robot is harvesting data as it goes. But the objective of this robot is it's not a rover. It's not a rover harvesting data in the vineyard. It's more a straddling robot, which is here to perform manual tasks, substitute manual tasks. So we're not here to collect data. Data are a byproduct, if you will. We just want to make sure that some of those manual tasks that are very strenuous and sometimes a source of hazard are not done by manpower, but by a robot. So you're on the French market, but I know that you're trying to enter the international market. Well, with trucks, I mean, those are questions for Technoma, because Technoma is going to market this product. But mostly, yes, we are targeting the French market. So this is it's a straddling robot for narrow plots. And you know that it's typical in France. However, a robot like that may be compatible with other vineyards. Where is the company located? Well, the company has two sites. Exact Robotics, the headquarters are in Épernay, in the Champagne region, and then we have another site near Lyon, in Villeurbanne. Now, you were talking about a robust product, which makes me think about, well, technical stability, maintenance, etc. The owner, the robot's owner, are they able to maintain their tools by themselves, or do you need a technician to go on site? Well, excellent question. You know, the tasks are defined in such a way that we design and develop a product. And when it is mature, it goes to another entity in the group. Now, to address the maintenance question, we made choices so that the robot can be maintained on site as much as possible. So conventional modules, the different components, if you will, are rather standard, are rather simple, and so it can be easily maintained either by the dealer or the farmer himself or herself. Thank you. Can you please introduce yourself because you ask your questions? Good afternoon, Christophe Hérault. I'm a teacher in an agricultural school. You talked about sprayer and spraying with a robot. On tracks, I understood that you have a spraying implement. Do you work on targeted or spot spraying or optimized spraying on your tracks robots? Well, tracks, this is again in the R&D phase. This is not ready for market. We work on confined spraying, so spraying with enclosed, if you will, sprayer. So we do not capture this the chemical, but we try to make sure that as much chemical is collected before it goes in the environment. Another question from the public. Well, thank you.